made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
Orlando Brown may always act like he's spewing trash all the time, but we can't help but think about how he may be stylishly telling the truth and covering it up with many untrue claims. So what's Orlando's new claim all about? Well, Orlando is currently putting the internet on a suspenseful ride, as he allegedly claims he has videos of male rappers he has slept with in the past. And that's not all. Orlando may be doing more than just name-dropping these entertainers. He is allegedly going to sue them for taking advantage of him. Let's briefly run through Orlando's evolution in the industry and what is currently left of the actor. Orlando Brown was known to be one of Hollywood's most sought-after child actors in the late 90s. His talent shined so bright that no one could stop him. But Orlando paid the price of being famous at a tender age, given the many disturbing events in his life. Orlando was one of the most expensive and favorite Disney stars back in the day, and he broke a couple of records while he was associated with the franchise. But all of these crumbled as he grew up to be a man. Orlando exited the Disney World scene in 2007 and went on to appear in several other movies. However, Orlando was met with a terrible fate shortly after exiting the franchise. Orlando's spiral downfall first erupted from his addiction to drugs and other harmful substances. From being caught up in the web of using drugs and his marijuana addiction, Orlando landed in jail in 2007 for marijuana possession. Some people blamed it on his management being in the wrong hands as he left Disney. But as time passed, his fans realized what was up with Orlando was way more than something a star's management could help with. Orlando's arrest record continued as he got arrested again for driving under the influence in 2011. And the following year, he was arrested and jailed for violating his probation terms. Orlando was put in cuffs and taken away for another DUI in 2013. But this wasn't the end of the former Disney star's history with the law. In 2014, Orlando was arrested again. This time it was a different charge that didn't relate to either DUI or possession of drugs. He was arrested for threatening to kill a woman and her daughter. At this point, Orlando's fans knew his mental state was definitely not in the proper order anymore. Luckily, Orlando was able to strike a plea deal in the case. But Orlando wasn't done with the four walls of prison just yet. Moving on, the actor was arrested on charges of domestic violence, obstruction of justice, and drug possession with intent to sell in 2016. Orlando's domestic violence charge stemmed from the public altercation with his then-girlfriend he engaged in at a parking lot. Orlando was charged with drug possession due to the police noticing he was with methamphetamine during his arrest. That wasn't the end of Orlando's arrest saga. Still, he kept getting arrested for several crimes and getting in and out of jail, but he got a break in 2018. However, Orlando's being in and out of jail didn't end his getting pushed around by the likes of Diddy, Bow Wow, Drake, Usher, and others as claimed by the actor. Orlando revealed that he has evidence of him being in bed sexually with many of these male artists, whom the public holds in high esteem. But people on social media weren't interested in giving Orlando a listening ear. This came from the fact that Orlando always looked raggedy and blurted out his words in the interviews he was trying to expose these celebrities.
This is that and this is that. Like, it's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. Man, people done lost their families, bro.
Even some of these celebrities threw shade at Orlando, talking about him saying untrue things to seek people's attention and make money to purchase the substances he was addicted to. One of the celebrities who denied Orlando's claim was Bow Wow. Bow Wow said he felt the actor needed professional help, and nobody seemed to take him seriously to do what was needed. He added that seeing an actor as talented as Orlando wasting away due to his life going south was sad. Well, it's not like Orlando's loved ones didn't try to help him, though. Orlando was checked into a rehabilitation center at some point because of his back-and-forth saga with the police and his addiction. But sadly, the actor checked out of the mental facility just 1 week later. That must have discouraged them. and made them give up in a kind of way. So what is making the world remember the words of the alleged mentally unstable Orlando Brown? It's no other reason than Diddy's name springing up in another sexual assault lawsuit. And this time, a female is not suing Diddy. The Bad Boy Records CEO is being sued for a $30 million check by one of his former male producers, Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod. Rodney filed a 70-page lawsuit against Diddy, which included allegations of drug dealing, sexual assault, and hire of male sex workers to engage in different kinds of gay sexual activities. The producer, who joined Diddy to work on his most recent album, The Love Album, also accused Diddy of paying him a meager amount of $21,000 for the job after he had to endure all the displeasing things that went on at his house while they worked on the album. Rodney accused Diddy of practicing his infamous freak-off activities on him, just like Cassie did in September 2023. While Diddy's team disregarded the lawsuit as Rodney looking for a fast payday, the public is currently scrutinizing Diddy and connecting all the dots. These dots can be linked to so many people, one of which is Orlando Brown. After Orlando left Disney World in 2007, he tried his hand at other aspects of the industry, and music happened to be one of them. This was the moment Orlando and Diddy crossed each other's paths. Just like Diddy had done with several other artists trying to make a name for themselves in the industry, Diddy played the mentorship role again, as he did with Usher and Justin Bieber. Diddy took Orlando in and allegedly introduced him to unspeakable activities. Orlando didn't come out to tell the world what was happening behind the scenes when it was going on. But years later, Orlando's music career didn't take off, so he knew he had nothing to lose if he exposed Diddy. In an interview with Cam Capone News, Orlando unexpectedly mentioned Diddy's name and made certain strange sounds and gestures. The public perceived Orlando's unexplainable sounds to be like a code word for when he engaged in sexual activities with Diddy.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooskash koosmash. You gave me the ooskash muaf, the smoosmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. You know what I mean?
Well, Orlando later revealed that the rapper coerced Orlando to refer to him as his daddy in a sexual way. The actor went as far as saying the Bad Boy Records CEO forced Orlando to hook up with him sexually, just like the producer also disclosed. Orlando included that Diddy took advantage of him because he was young and vulnerable, making him engage in sexual activities in exchange for being recognized in the music scene. This isn't even the end of Orlando's revelation about Sean Puffy Combs. Orlando also accused Diddy of belonging to the Hollywood Secret Society. Orlando revealed that the Secret Society wasn't the type to pave the way for upcoming celebrities as they had claimed. Instead, it was the type of society that featured the elite Hollywood celebrities, and their primary goal was to prey on young boys and girls for their enjoyment and sexual benefits. The actor exposed that he had witnessed several horrific things that went down behind the glamorous Hollywood scene.
When it comes down to that certain thing, so what it is you basically have a certain nerve in your rectum.
This is precisely the same picture Cat Williams tried to paint on the Club Shay Shay podcast in January 2024. Cat exposed Diddy that his sexuality isn't what people think it is, claiming the rapper had tried to get him in a room once for sexual purposes, but he disagreed. Cat also talked about the Hollywood Secret Society part, saying they were tagged as the gatekeepers of Hollywood, and they are the individuals that paved the way for whoever was ready to be on board with their requests, and also locked those that weren't ready to be at their beck and call out of the industry. So Orlando's words are finally getting the attention they deserve, and people are starting to pick the truth out of Orlando's incoherent revelations from the past years.
Panda, like I was telling you, Panda. So you got Panda Panda is a secret code for
Orlando exposing the atrocities allegedly committed in the industry wasn't taken with much seriousness because he didn't seem like someone people could believe. Orlando was addicted to substances and marijuana, frequently arrested, taken in and out of jail, and caught up in domestic violence charges. There was so much negativity going on around Orlando, and the public taking his side was like an impossible thing. Some people claimed Orlando's revelation couldn't be trusted because he was always acting mentally unstable and mixing the truth with too many trash talks. But some claimed Orlando was probably trying to tell the public about those horrific happenings, and at the same time, he was also trying to escape the wrath of the so-called Hollywood controllers. Well, whichever of these options Orlando picked, his words are finally being considered, as many celebrities are finally gaining the courage to speak up about their nasty experiences in the industry. Nevertheless, Orlando may have been out of the media scene for a while, but it has not stopped his suspected mental illness. The actor doesn't seem to be in good shape. This has been assumed to be one of the effects of his addiction to drugs over the years. Orlando's condition became more noticeable after attending the Dr. Phil show. Orlando opened up on his struggles with addiction and mental health. But Orlando left his fans in shock after he displayed an act that seemed like he was starting to have memory loss. At first, Orlando couldn't remember the names of his kids. He then later referred to one of them, who was about 2 years old at the time, as a child still inside the belly. Fans couldn't grasp why Orlando would utter such a thing. But the person in question didn't even realize what he had said. Orlando also talked about the rough relationship he has with his kids, revealing he had not even met some of them and had no idea what his eldest child's name was. Celebrities like Diddy and the like might have played a huge role in Orlando's shining life, taking a detour. But Orlando can also be blamed for burning the rest of his talent to the ground. He consistently put himself in danger with his addiction to drugs and run-ins with the police, and he seemed to have paid an ultimate price for the way he chose to spend his time while he was in his prime. Hopefully, the actor will be completely sober and be able to live the rest of his life doing what he loves and spending quality time with his loved ones. So do you think Orlando's misfortune and downfall solely came from his ill relationship with the Hollywood gatekeepers? Or do you think the actor is just trying to put the blame on other people and make them the villains of his story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on post notifications to get all the latest celebrity news.